Hey, good morning, everybody. I have just dined and ready to go out and tackle about another 3 or 4 miles. I'll be doing plenty today if I can motivate myself to do it. Let's go ahead and get right to the news. I don't think we have any markets today. We have Bitcoin. I'll do that. I just saw it at 70,000. So that's about what it is. And let's let's get into it now. Right into the Drudge Report, and we'll see what's cooking. Okay. Iran threat to nuke Tel Aviv. Leaked intel warns of disaster. Doubts regime will fall. And yes, that's very possible. I'm very worried. I just talked to somebody here at a place I know, and while getting a bite to eat here, and he said, I hadn't seen you in a while. And I said, I'm kind of worried about what's going on right now, because what's happened is, when people used to use laptops and people used to use cell phones that just had like the cell phone, those all became obsolete once they were able to get the internet on cell phones. And it was a complete game changer, and it changed everything because you remember back in like 2003, 2004, you would go down to Best Buy or whatever it was, and you'd be waiting there for 2-3 hours to get a ticket to get a laptop for $299. Like a little laptop. And it was ridiculous, folks. Now they've become virtually obsolete because of the phones. And you just don't mess around with these big laptops anymore. At least, I'm sure they still make them and sell them, but it wasn't like it was 20 years ago, 22 years ago. I remember, I was around. So we now have a game changer. I put up my video here. The last video will be here on it. But Iran has now a missile which goes up into the air very quickly and starts its trajectory downward toward its target and disintegrates. But as it disintegrates, it lets off between 100 and 200 bomb droplets, which scatter all over. And there's no answer for it. There's no answer. These missiles, these Patriot batteries, they can't stop them. Not with the technology now. They're saying now laser has to be upgraded because laser appears to be the only thing that's going to be able to have any kind of protection on from these things at all. So as far as I can tell, the Israelis are just going to have to stay underground because these missiles are spraying hundreds of these little droplets, which they're not, destroying buildings, but they're putting big holes in buildings and stuff like that. So we've reached a point where it's going to change warfare. And God forbid, if they take out a carrier, even badly damage a carrier, make no mistake about it, our young kids are going to be fitted into military clothing, and they're going to be drafted and pressed into service immediately. It won't even take 6 months. And don't worry, Trump will do it. That'll come with all the fringe benefits, like getting these little shit fucks to do something else than become brainless fucking geeks, these tech geeks and shit. So it'll have an additional benefit. Remember, Iran only has to survive and create chaos for the world. And the more they do, the greater they're going to hate Trump and us. and anyone allied with us. Now, let's go ahead and get into the news. Oil surges 35%, biggest gain in history. Poll shows low support for war. You got it now. So it don't matter what you think of war, you got it. Trump appears to be serious about ground troops. I would just warn the president to take a look at the map and to overlay it onto Europe. And Iran is no tiny country, folks. It has almost 100 million people. What is it? 90, I forget. What is it? 90, I forgot how many people, 99 million people or something. I forgot what they said. There's millions of people there in Iran. And they're not going to stop, folks. They're not going to stop. So where are you going to send troops in? That's a huge area. So I don't know. White House bashed Europe for a year. Now he wants the support of Europe. Well, what do you want me to tell you? What life is really like under fire in Dubai. And there you have your scantily clad, very fashionable Western tourist, bikinied. And let's see what's happening over there. It can't be good. Nothing can be good over there. Let's take a look and see what's happening. And then, okay, it says, what life is like really in Dubai. While tourists and influencers clamor for the exit, many expats feel duty to stay. All right. Ask anyone who lives in Dubai to name their number one gripe, and the answer will be unanimous. Traffic. Those of us digging in here as the odd cruise missile flies overhead are enjoying one upside. Roads that are usually bumper to bumper are now gloriously clear. Well, you got bullets flying all over the place. We're not going to get into this. All the glitter and all that kind of stuff and the very chic your booty and all that kind of stuff ain't happening anymore. That's what it's saying. All right, so let's keep on keeping on here. You can now gamble on war, death, and destruction. Some people never lose. Pentagon's religious shift sparks troop complaints. Economic warning signs pile up for Republicans ahead of midterms. Don't even think about gas shortages. Don't even think about it. Don't even go there. Sorry, folks, just pulled me off. Let me get through here. All right. Update, U.S. loses 92,000 jobs in February. Echoes of financial crisis, ? They're probably talking about 2008. CIA accused of secret bioweapon experiments linked to major outbreak. Wouldn't surprise me in the least. I've actually had dreams about it. I actually had a dream one time where I was left out by myself somewhere in western Florida. And I had to find my way back home, and they did some sort of experiment. And I remember it. And I was dizzy, and I didn't know where I was. And I was trying to get home, and I knew it was something that wasn't good. I knew it was something to do with the military. So, really strange. I remember that dream. Okay. Homeland feeds talking points as opposition to ICE warehouse swells. You're not going to get away with that. They're not going to get warehouses to put people in. This is all going to get blown out of the water. This is what you fuck shits wanted. You wanted to bring in a whole bunch of people who had no money that needed everything. And your English wasn't good enough. You wanted it replaced with some other fucking language, okay? So take responsibility for it and fucking leave them alone now. You got it, okay? When they take your job, they'll take your job too. You understand? It's all coming. Epstein file includes claim Trump sexually assaulted child, then punched her. She bit the shit out of his whacker. Okay. White House issues furious denial. Creepy nicknames, all that. Prison guard Googled Jeffrey minutes before body found and made mysterious deposit. I don't even want to get into this. Okay, we're almost done because we're cutting through this quickly. We'll have a very short report today. Russia reveals in sudden reversal in fortunes as oil and gas prices soar. Yeah, Russia's doing very well now. Because if you ever wanted to help Russia, Trump certainly just did, because there's no oil out there in the Saudi Arabia and Kuwait and all that. It's all trapped up and bottled up. So Russia's making money hand over fist, especially with the price going up as much as it has. So good work there, Trump. Dems to propose highest capital gains tax rate since 1978. That means whatever you make on investing money into a CD, it's going to be taxed very heavily. Cuba next to fall. I hope it does. I hope the United States just cleans it up, takes them out of 1958 and dredges over there and makes some ports and bring some cruise ships in there and give those people a better life. I don't care what Russia thinks about it. I don't care what anybody thinks about it. Help the people. Help them. And that will get rid of that corrupt government over there. Just take it. I know people don't like that when I say that. Just take it. It says that they're trying to build criminal cases against some leaders. Let's see what that is. Is that in Cuba? Okay. They're going to try to do the same thing to Cuba. They're going to try to kidnap the leaders of Cuba. Good luck in Cuba. I mean, they don't have any money anyway. Obama goes off on Trump at Jesse Jackson funeral. Greed and bigotry. It says that there could be an overthrow in Cuba in weeks. And they're probably shitting a brick because they know what happened to Maduro. They know it. They know what happened. They know they can't even turn their head to the left and be sure of anything because they'll get taken out by the U.S. forces. Sorry, folks. Let's get to it and finish up. It's only a minute. Indiana to ban cell phones in schools. All right, and that's it. This AI agent freed itself and started secretly mining crypto. All right, whatever. That's it, folks. Take care. I will see you later. And I played a terrific game of disc golf. It was the second best game I ever played in this violent winds. I couldn't get under a 9 over, and I did a 3 over yesterday. I filmed it up to hole 6, and then 7, 8, 9, I did so well. I birdied on 7, and then, I'm sorry, on 8. I birdied on 8, and then parred 9 with a beautiful, beautiful 30-foot sink putt into the wind. So anyways, it's up there. Take a look at it. We have I think a subscriber, but I think what he's doing is he's subscribing and then he unsubscribes because we keep moving from 11 to 12. And normal people just don't do that. That's just like, I think that's him. So, however, even though I don't admire his politics, he is an incredible, if that's him, and he's a older man. He's not young. He's not like 30. He's like, I don't know, 50, 60, I don't know. But he threw in an amazing shot right into the basket from, I guess, around 65 feet. And that ain't easy. And it looked to me like he was holding the camera, filming it in one hand. So extremely impressive. So take care, folks. I'll see you either later or tomorrow. Bye.